What's up? What's up? It is
What's up?
another Dynasty Pylon. How are you, Mark? Where you at, dude?
I'm good. I'm in Colorado.
Oh crap!
Nice and cold. 60 degrees
Are
today.
you, dude? That is beautiful. I mean, better
I
than what
know.
we got at Arizona, man. We're freaking
Hey, I heard
sweating
like the
balls all the
first
time.
day we left, the high was 80 degrees. I was like, oh, of course. As soon as I leave, 80 degrees.
Well, if it makes you feel better, we're back at 100. So,
Oh, okay.
well, 97 to be exact, but
Yeah,
that's still hot. I mean,
not quite
hot for
100.
most of the viewers that watch. They're probably used to their 60s and 70s,
Right.
anyways. But no, dude, like, you got your own like hotel room and everything, or like, are you like in Denver or just?
No, we're at like some ski resort, like 2 hours from Denver.
Okay, that's what's up. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
So, well,
Yeah, got my own room connected to my parents' room, which is on the other side.
so you,
Very nice, very nice.
Oh, so you won't even be disturbed while you do this. This is perfect.
Nope.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. So, dude, we're covering NFC East, which is your division. So,
My backyard.
yeah, pretty much, man. I expect a lot of feelings coming out of you today because this is your neck of the woods. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So first,
We also got some dynasty trades to go over today too, right?
Yeah. There's like a couple of them. I just kind of wanted to see them, go over them, see what they were about.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited.
So,
NFC EAST. Yes,
no.
I can hear you.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Whatever, Tank. Whatever. If it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers, what would the North be? Ooh.
All right, there we go, sir. What's up?
Huh? Oh, I'm just.
All right, I didn't hear anything you said right now. Sorry.
Oh, I was just arguing with Tank. He said NFC EAST. So I said, if it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers, the North would be nothing.
Yeah, there it is. NFC East. Hey man, you know what though? I enjoy watching that division, dude. They were so bad last season. You never knew who was gonna win, who was gonna like they were all bunched up. They were all close.
A lot of it was injuries, though. A lot of it was injuries, especially if you look at the Cowboys situation.
It was almost every single one of their teams. Like the main key players went down. So, I agree with you.
The Giants had Barkley.
Yep.
I feel like we'll be a lot better this year as long as we stay healthy, like the whole division.
Yeah, and then
even the Eagles, Cowboys, like you look at the Eagles' problem.
They lost their entire line.
Fields now. Yeah, they lost their entire line to do anything, running the ball, passing the ball.
He's a
I feel like get everyone healthy. Yeah, I know, right?
And then Eagles, they lost their entire freaking line. So that was brutal. Yep. And then they lost after the line went down, the receivers went down, and they lost key pieces on defense.
And then their tight ends.
Yeah,
I think for most of the season they lost Ertz and the other guy,
Goddard. Yeah, Goddard. Yeah.
They lost him for an extended period of time.
Yeah. So and then
I think the biggest thing going into this new season is getting all those guys back healthy. Especially for the Cowboys.
If they were smart about it, they would rotate their guys, though. I mean, especially going into like 18 weeks.
Oh, still, yeah.
Now you really you'll see like we've seen healthy scratches last season, but I think you mentioned like a couple episodes ago that we're going to see probably more healthy scratches, which would not surprise me. So
that's why I said definitely it's tough to when you're champion. You imagine like going to the championship game and the top three guys are resting because their team's clinched and they're like, oh, we're going to sit you 2 games.
Yeah, and then especially, what sucks is because now we all have to adjust our rosters from week 15, 16, and 17. I mean, like I said, like I know last week we said if you want to keep 14, well then figure something out. I mean, maybe you could do 2-week breakdown, like playoff rank for 17, 18, something like that. You could probably do that, but I don't like the 2 weeks. I did that already one time and I didn't like it. I won and I smashed the first week and I would have essentially won. And then the second week he came back and just dominated and I lost. I was like,
oh wow.
Yeah, I was so mad. So it was like a week 15, 16
Oh, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah. I was like, well, that's retarded. So I didn't like that. So
I don't doesn't sound like anything I want to do either.
yeah, for when it comes to 2-week championships, I never recommend that. It's just dumb. Like I said, you could be winning one week and then lose the second week. I mean, happy for the guy if you won, but how sour is that guy going to be? And you're going to hear it for the next couple seasons after that too. So
right.
Well,
exactly.
So I don't think I'll ever forget that ever. As a matter of fact, I don't think I'll ever go back into that league ever again. Just because it left a sour taste in my mouth with that. So and then we didn't mention Cowboys. They lost Dak after Dak went down. It was pretty much
they lost Dak. They had injuries.
Their old line too, right? Yeah.
And then I think defense, Van Der Esch was out for an extended period of time, but that guy always seems to get hurt. That's my only downfall on him. I think that's the only thing keeping him from being an elite linebacker is just never being on the field.
And I'm pretty sure you took him like in one of the earlier rounds too, right? Wasn't he like your linebacker number 2? He's like your linebacker eventually, though. Was he? Yeah. So I mean, we'll see.
I think he was my first backup defensive piece.
Okay.
I think I took Fitzpatrick and then I took Van Der Esch.
Okay. All right.
I think I could be wrong, but it was a while ago.
Right. So, all right. So we'll talk about dynasty trades. I have a few of them, about 3 of them. So we'll cover a team, go into a dynasty trade, and then we'll cover a team, and we'll go on so on and so forth, and just kind of talk about these teams, anyways.
Okay.
So I want to start with the Eagles.
Are we going to project like records, or we're just going over what they did in the off season? What exactly?
If you want, I could pull. I mean, we can. I mean, we could project.
I just wasn't 100% sure.
I mean, we could do it. We can. I don't mind. I mean, I don't think the viewers mind anyway. So
maybe we'll just
I got their schedule pulled up in their draft picks.
We'll rank their how they'll finish in the division.
Like who will win and who will take first and fourth?
Yeah, first, second, third, fourth.
We could do that. We'll see how much
over the entire schedule. Oh, they're going to win this game, and they're going to win. That just seems like it'll take forever.
Oh yeah, I mean, I did that with the Nerd Huddle over on Sunday, and it was I think it was like
is that what you guys did? Okay.
Oh yeah, it was a pretty long show. I think we hit like almost an hour 47 or something like that. Yeah, it was pretty long. Tank would know, but he's.
I haven't watched that episode yet, so
it's pretty long.
Okay.
But dude, I mean, if you ever wake up early in the morning, man, you should jump on with us, dude. We go wild. Fredo always makes us cringe our teeth. He actually successfully made us leave the show at the end. He said some ridiculous stuff. And
did he?
Yeah, me and Brian were like, "I'm out." That was the dumbest thing you could mention. And
Tank wasn't there this past Sunday.
No, he was. It was the last week.
That was 2 Sundays ago.
So yeah, no, this Sunday, Tank mentioned what will Fredo say. So what will Fredo say this time? And he successfully got us logged off. So Brian walked off, I logged off, and yeah, it was pretty funny. So yeah, let's get into the Eagles.
All right.
And then I don't know if you want to jump in and start talking about that real quick, and then I'm gonna pull up their schedule.
I guess their biggest acquisition was what, Devontae Smith trading up in the first round.
Yes.
Getting some help for Jalen Hurts. First time in like 25 years that a team picked receivers in the first round, back-to-back years. Because they had Rager last year.
Well, yeah, that's right. They chose Rager, and it was
they drafted.
Really
yep, they took Rager last year. He showed signs, but I think with quarterback constantly, being on his butt, what can you do?
Yeah, no,
I think Devontae Smith.
Yeah, I was thinking like they should have like maybe put in Hurts sooner, just because Jalen Hurts was a mobile quarterback. But,
right.
I mean,
yeah, I was wondering that too.
So I mean,
Wentz is definitely not mobile.
No, definitely not. He's definitely like a freaking.
He wears cement blocks for shoes. It seems like sometimes.
Yeah, dude. And so once they put Hurts in, it seemed like they were a little bit more successful. So I was like, well, they should have done this
Oh,
earlier.
I
I mean,
agree.
at one point you're backed into a corner, and then you're like, well, dude, you got to roll out the rookies. Maybe they wanted to save them, but I mean, at some point you got to use all your weapons. So, but yeah,
I mean, not to poke old wounds, I still wonder how that last Sunday night game would have ended if they kept Jalen Hurts in instead of bringing Nate Sudfeld.
Remind me, which one was that?
The last week of the season, the fourth quarter, they pulled Jalen Hurts and put Nate Sudfeld.
Oh, yeah. And everyone was questioning why the hell they did that.
And it was it was a one-score game. It was a one-score game.
No, yeah, you're right.
And the Eagles didn't look bad. Yeah, the Eagles weren't looking. Or no, I think it was tied.
I don't know. But you know what's funny is if they would have left him in, he probably would have scored more, and then our boy Tank probably would have won his season because he just reminded us Sunday he left Jalen Hurts. You know what? I think I had Jalen Hurts in my last weekend too on that one too. So, but I still won. I had
you had assets. Yeah, you had such a high scoring team. I don't think it mattered.
No, yeah. I blew everyone out of the water that week, and I still took third. So whatever.
Yeah, I had Kamara that week.
Yes, but I still beat
6 touchdowns.
Score.
I think you did, maybe.
I think because I would have won had I not been outscored or had.
Well, I had like 140 points, so I had like the highest scoring week of the whole year.
We'll check. We'll go back to that.
We can check. That's fine.
Unless you want to look at it now, but I mean, so anyways, yeah, Devontae
Smith.
Going
back to the Eagles. I want to see Devontae Smith just get rocked and see what happens. Because that dude is like $180 soaking wet.
Well, you know what's crazy? Did you see Tutu Atwell? Tutu Atwell's smaller than him.
Okay.
I think he's at 160, 5'9".
Who's he play for?
The Rams.
Who picked? Oh, the Rams picked him up? Okay.
Yeah, I think he's smaller. Like, but what I mean, dude, this guy, he's speed. He knows how to run his routes. He's a pretty good player. He got his Heisman, so I don't. We'll see how it goes.
I'm honestly, not arguing. I would pick
he has all the Waddle over him.
Receiver.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll see how it goes.
He's just so small, and he has. Obviously, he's still young. He has a lot of time to bulk up and stuff. So, he's probably in the gym as we speak.
Probably. Well, they probably told him like, "Hey, look, listen, son, you're eating freaking steak, potatoes, I don't know. All those other players
those other players getting hurt away from the facility and losing out on money.
Yeah.
You're about all the Broncos players.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I didn't read into it, but I saw like an article or something pop up. But I wasn't trying to cover that.
The tackle and the receiver. Yeah. Really? I don't know. It just popped in my head. I don't know. Yeah, they got hurt because they were directed by the NFLPA to not attend the voluntary training camps that were going on, like where you just volunteer to go. So they were working out at home. One of them tore his Achilles, and the other tore their ACL. And now the Broncos owe them no money. One of them was supposed to get $10 million.
Dang.
And now they're super pissed at the NFLPA over it.
Well, I mean, there's rules for a reason, man. You got to go to the wow. I mean, I don't know if you're going to provide me a whole like a trainer in a gym, like, and you see your friends that you probably played with last season or something like I would go.
Right.
Hey. So anyways, they got a center, a defensive tackle, definitely help out with that line on both sides of the end, and then a corner.
Oh, another Alabama too. Look at that.
Another DB, yeah. And then I like this pick is Kenneth Gainwell. I'm surprised they got him in the 5th, but then again, I'm surprised all these
Kenneth
running
Gainwell.
backs. A lot of these freaking running backs went late.
He's going to be the next Antonio Gibson.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be pretty good. I don't think he's gonna get his shot right away. But I think
not with Miles Sanders and
Miles Sanders. That's his backfield. What's up?
Is Kenneth Gainwell going to be the backup to Andrews, or do they have somebody else too?
Well, they brought in Kerryon Johnson. Remember? So
they're the ones who picked the player.
Right. So I don't know how they're gonna. They were like a committee back there, anyways, last season with Howard and
although they were,
and with Scott and with Sanders. So we could see that
Howard
again.
Got the ball in the goal line.
Yeah, but still, I mean, as for dynasty players, like that sucks because you want the touchdown. I'm like, yeah, he gets all the yards.
He was
like at the end of the day,
he was our point in case with Justin why we wanted to raise our points.
Oh Jesus!
He was like, look, he had 5 carries, no yards, and a touchdown, and he got 6 points.
Well, because that's a touchdown league dependent freaking league. Like if it's a touchdown dependent league, then it makes sense.
Yeah, then you have the guy who run for 80 yards and he had 4 points.
Yeah, no, I didn't. We won't go there. We won't go there.
Yeah, I know.
Because that point system really upsets me like all the time, every single time I look at it. And then I go back to the league because it's a good group of guys and they're all scrubs but you know,
easy money.
It is. It really is. Like they're all scrubs, and you and I go in there and we play second or third or win it. So like,
we either get our money back or
yeah, it pays for our league, so it's fine. So, I mean, I'm just being honest. So
no, it's true. I agree.
I don't know if Robert's watching today. I actually told Robert about our show today, so he might actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so he might have just witnessed what we just said, but he's a good guy. He's a good guy. So anyways,
he just came back. He's gone for a
while. Robert?
Yeah, it wasn't his past year's first year back for a couple of years.
Yeah. I thought you meant like he went on vacation or something like that. No.
No. I meant like he just came back to the league.
Yeah, after like a 3-year, 4-year hiatus. Yeah. All right. So I mean, other than that, though, it was basically defense, line, safety. Replaced Jalen Mills, and then another outside linebacker, Patrick Johnson. I mean, it wasn't a bad draft. It was okay. It wasn't like it looked like they were just filling in holes. I mean, it could be go wrong, but again, the Eagles organization is very, very interesting. Sometimes I feel like I don't know what they're doing. They probably don't know what they're doing. But
yeah, it seems like that.
So
like, I mean, Pedersen won a Super Bowl, and like 3 years later, they're like, "Get out of here."
Yeah, done. Like, okay, dude.
But the funny thing is I know some Eagles fans, and they were ready for him to go anyway. So the Eagles fans are just as crazy as the.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some of them think they're going to be able to win the division. I was like, really? I don't think you'll win over Dallas or Washington. Like and I'm an outsider.
I fully believe they'll be better than they were last year.
Yes, I agree with you there. But I think
they'll be
honestly
competitive.
Think that they'll win. So
crazy.
I got their schedule. Let's bring up their schedule here. So
they did just sign a beast of a outside linebacker or defensive end the other day.
Who was that?
Tears going down my eyes. It's Ryan Kerrigan.
Oh, Kerrigan! I even brought it to you. Yeah, I text you.
Yeah, you were talking. You're gonna change your name because my fantasy name was starting to Kerrigan.
Yeah. No, that's. But he's okay.
I heard
what was did they just let him go and sign him, or was it a trade? It wasn't a trade, right?
Well, we let him go in the offseason. His contract was up.
He's getting old, man.
And there was potential that we could bring him back, but he didn't want to be a rotational or backup player. And then I heard that the Vikings were looking at signing him, and I was like, "Oh, I'm good with that."
Well, yeah, because the Vikings
go from my favorite team to my second favorite team. All right, that works.
Yeah.
And then it randomly broke. Eagles signing Ryan Kerrigan. I was like, but
he'll do good there. I mean, maybe because he wanted to play Washington again.
But I don't want to play him 2 years in a row every year.
Well, yeah, maybe he wants to. That's probably what he wants to, though. I think that's what he wants to do. So a lot of these players go from their opponent's side just to play their old team again, like some revenge type thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think he necessarily left on bad terms though. Like I get the people who who leave on bad terms, like Deshaun Jackson or Donovan McNabb, lost time with us.
Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon signing with the Broncos. Yeah, like I get that. I wasn't like we pissed him off or anything, I don't think.
Well, hey. Changed.
I mean, when you have
probably came in, we don't know what happened in that locker room.
That's what I'm saying. You got Chase Young and Montez Sweat. I mean, I'm sorry, Kerrigan, but it's going to be hard to beat those guys out.
You're old. It's a young man's game.
Years old, yeah.
So
I mean, he's our sack leader.
True, but it won't be like that for long. Sweat and Chase Young, that's their game. So
preseason.
I got their schedule up. So the very first game is another repeat of Eagles Falcons. It seems like every 3 years it's the Eagles Falcons. How do I know this? Because I'm a Falcons fan. I just witnessed this, and we usually win. I don't know. Last time we played them, we broke out like none other. It was actually really cool to see Julio catch a 80-yard bomb, and yeah, so it was all right. And then you got Niners, and then you got the Cowboys. That should be interesting. I definitely just want to see them play their actual division. I have a feeling they're just going to lose to everyone else.
That won't be till the end of the year.
What?
That they play the division.
No, they got the Cowboys September 7th.
That's it, though. Game. That's it.
Well, yeah. I'm just mentioning the fact that I'm actually more excited about it. Like, because I have a feeling they're going to lose. They're going to lose every game. I mean, they're not going to. They're not going to.
Last 5 games of the year: Dallas, Philly, Giants.
Jesus, man. I mean,
I know it's ridiculous.
That should be interesting. But I mean, for the beginning of the part, I think they're going to lose. Except for maybe the Raiders and the Lions.
I think they can beat the Lions.
Yeah, well, they give out free wins from that one waiter you had, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you say that you had that one waiter not to get mad?
Well, Vegas.
How was that story? How did it go? Yeah, when we were in Vegas.
Okay, so we were in Vegas, and I pointed out that the waiter had a Lions hat on, and my mom and my aunt are both diehard Vikings fans, and they're like, "Oh, Lions," and he's like, "Why are you hating on me? We give you 2 free wins a year." I was like smoking like a true Lions fan.
Well, hey, and then what did they? What was the reaction? They just laugh about it, or what?
They literally laughed and was like, "You know what? You have a point."
Well, I mean, it's true. You can't really get mad about that. I mean, he has one hell of a solid point. So again, after the Eagles win, they probably go lose to the Chargers, and then
I would assume they lose to the Chargers. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the Broncos would be a good game, but Broncos defense is just going to be nasty.
Nasty. That is a nasty defense. I would hate to be a running back against that defense, man.
For rookies and second-year guys to go up against, it's not going to be pretty.
Oh, I don't know. Like my 3 top defenses that I'm just thinking right off the top of my head, and I apologize if I miss one, but top of my head. Probably Broncos, in no order particularly. Broncos, Browns, and Cardinals. Maybe the Bucks, but it's just those 3 defenses for sure. I just would hate to be some type of offensive weapon to go against them. They have a key piece everywhere. So, and then after the Broncos, they go to the Saints, Giants, Jets, and then they play basically the division, and that should be top it off with the last 4 weeks, which should be fun because that's definitely what we're going to be watching. So this to be dated one,
even they have 4 division games to end the year.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what this to be dated one. This one should be interesting. Maybe weather conditions that they're presuming to move it somewhere.
Which one?
December 19th. It says to be dated. It doesn't really like this. There's no really time.
So I think starting in December, NBC has the right to flex any game they want into the Sunday night game.
No. Really?
So,
wow.
So they can, if the matchup they have is like 2-10 versus 1-11, they can be like, all right, we're not having you anymore. We're gonna take the Giants and the Eagles because that's a better game.
Makes sense. I mean, if they're able to do it, why not?
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's why some of them to TBDs.
Yeah, that was the first one I actually noticed, so I wasn't even sure.
Oh, and that's actually Washington and Eagles. So interesting.
Yeah. All right, so I'm pulling up the next team. So, I'm not.
Is that a Saturday?
I'm not sure. Sunday. I should probably know. I should know of everyone because that's pretty much my birthday.
Oh, that's your birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I should know.
It's your birthday. Yeah.
Shows how much I want. Really. That's.
No, I think it's a Sunday.
Why are we asking that, Mark? Mark, you made me look at that for nothing. What games are played on foot? Like what football games are the days are played?
Yeah, but in December they start playing games on Saturdays. So.
Yeah, but that late? Isn't it like usually like late December, early January? I don't know. All right, so
NFL on Christmas Sunday.
Yes, 2 games.
Like yeah. Sure. No, the whole.
And then so here's something interesting. I brought up but I kind of wanted to ask you. So let's see. I asked permission of these guys, and they were totally cool with it. So I wanted to go over some trades with you on Dynasty and see what again, I asked them. So this one's kind of interesting to me. I know it's a later one. This did get affected later on. So the first trade was Antonio Brown, sorry, Mike Gesicki and David Montgomery, and 2 firsts. And the other guy, Drukel, received a Travis Kelce, Devontae Parker, a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th. So what do you think about that? These are 3 of the, or this is one of the 3 Dynasty trades I have for you. So just because we are doing Dynasty. And it's funny is all these trades, none of them involved a defense. And I know we've been trying to roll out the defense for a while. The only defense we brought was that mock draft we have. So,
I didn't see too many people trading defensive players even in our league. So,
yeah, I think it's gonna happen.
I know there were some defensive players added to try to like entice the trade to go through, but there wasn't like a marquee defensive player like, here, I'll give you this guy for this guy.
Well, I think
you're right. I think with our rule changes, it'll happen. They'll be like, here, I have this running back for your linebacker.
Yeah, legit. So
people are gonna have to like seriously consider it. But overall, I'm gonna say this is actually I think because of the 2 first-round picks, it's a fairly fair trade.
The first round, just everything kind of did it. Everything. Right? Do you think he paid too much for it?
I don't think so because if you look at Brown, Gesicki, and Montgomery, none of those players are going to have the same production as Kelce.
True. Well,
and he's giving up Devontae, and he's giving up Devontae Parker, which is it's really weird that you had this trade because I had almost all these guys in fantasy. I had one team that had Kelce and Gesicki.
Oh, really? Tight ends. Oh, wow. That's funny.
And then in our dynasty, I have Parker.
I mean, honestly, for me, when I saw this, I thought I looked at 2 first. Again, it depends if like you are. So for me, I would take Demetrius's side on this, and this is why. AJ Brown is obviously an elite receiver, but so is Travis Kelce. I mean,
that's not AJ Brown.
He's a pass catcher or Antonio Brown. I don't know why I say AJ Brown. See, this is okay. But regardless, so now I said that earlier too, didn't I?
Yeah.
The 2 first did it for me because even if it was, say Antonio Brown wasn't there and it was just Gesicki and Montgomery, you still have Parker and Kelce, which Kelce, you're giving up, but you're getting 2 first and you're trading out for that age. I mean, there's what, at least how old is Gesicki? I can't even remember how old Gesicki is.
But you're still like trading 20, 26, 27. Well, that's the other thing I was going to bring up, too. You're giving up 2 first-round picks for Kelce, but how long is Kelce going to be able to continue his production?
Right, so you're trading that age value. You're getting more of that age on there. So you still have a pretty decent tight end, because I don't think Hunter Long is going to start over Gesicki, or not going to be over him, unless he gets injured. But I don't think Hunter Long, who's the backup to the rookie in Miami, I don't think it's going to happen at all. Montgomery, I'm not too high on him. I know a lot of people are, just because of what he did towards the end of the season. He's going to have to prove himself to me again. I like that schedule. What they have this season, his true colors will come out. And then you got Cohen back too. So I don't care what anybody says, but look, Montgomery is not, to me, he's still okay. He hasn't proved anything decent to me. So, but then those 2 first, so say if any of these players just fall, and then they just suck.
Well, that's the other thing too. What is Drinkle's record?
Well, I mean, this is how high up in the. What do you mean? During the season?
Oh, sorry. I for some reason I thought it said 21 and 22. So I thought this is a trade during last year, but I see now that it's.
Oh no, this is a trade that just recently happened now.
Just happened. Yeah, I get that now.
Yeah, we don't care about offseason.
I'm an idiot. Sorry. I'm an idiot.
So no, this is for the future 22 and the future 23. So the 2021 already kind of.
I look at this trade. He's literally just paying for production next year.
That's what it seems like. Yeah, he's giving up Kelce, but this trade was old. But we'll see what Drukel does with this trade.
I mean, if Drukel literally a tight end away from having a legit team, I mean, seems like a good move to me.
Right. But we'll see. That's not the end of Drukel's little process here. He
No, is there another one with him?
Oh yeah, it's involving him, but it's because of this trade is what he did next for the next one. So we'll bring that out. Gotcha. But right now we'll talk about the Cowboys. So if you want to go ahead and start doing that, I'm gonna pull up their schedule here real quick while you give your thoughts on the Cowboys.
Their biggest offseason acquisition was signing Mr. Dak Prescott to a 4-year, $160 million contract. What it was 40 a year, right?
Oh, look, man! I was excited for it was a 4 years, man. I didn't care how much the guy got paid. I just cared about it was a 4-year deal.
Oh, then they got beast mode, Micah Parsons. That was actually a good pick.
Yes, definitely. Micah Parsons. So I'm excited for him
to replace retiring Sean Lee.
Yeah, and potentially Van Der Esch. If Van Der Esch can't stay healthy, because isn't Van Der Esch on his last year?
Well, does Micah Parsons play inside or outside, or both?
Inside. He plays inside.
Van Der Esch plays outside.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
yeah, I guess. Was it Tyrone Smith and Van Der Esch?
Jalen Smith, isn't it? Isn't it Jalen Smith? Or am I thinking another one?
I think it's Tyrone Smith.
Anyway, this is Smith.
Smith, Van Der Esch. And then you have Micah Parsons in the middle. Those freaking, I know we said Smith at the same time. That's going to be a pretty scary linebacking core. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, no, it is.
I don't know who they have on their defensive line. They still have Lawrence, I think. He signed to a big contract too, I think. DeMarcus. No, not DeMarcus.
Crap right now. Let's see. So let me get the draft picks right now. All right, here we go.
And then they pulled in the secondary of the Falcons, so that should work for them, right?
Yeah. So the Nerd said, "I'm glad he got paid. Well, the injury sure did play. Yeah, for sure. I'm also happy he got paid. When I heard that,
amazing pocket passer too. So
Dak,
yeah,
for sure. I mean, look, he's good. I mean, technically, you saw what happened after he went down. That whole team just crumbled, man. It seemed like that he just had the whole team on his back, dude.
Well, to be fair, they weren't exactly doing great with him either.
No, but I mean, he was the only one productive enough to do anything. I mean, even like their line went down. That was the first thing that went down. And then
he had like 16 touchdowns and 1,600 yards in the first 4 games.
Oh, dude, he was ready to break records this season. On track, he was
nuts.
Yeah, he was. I was balling those first couple weeks. So, and then I mean, just we'll see. I mean, hopefully he doesn't scramble out to the right and he doesn't meet Jabril Peppers again.
So they got a corner in the second round. I was looking at their draft.
No, you're good. So yeah, they got corner.
Well, they went a lot. This is all defense.
No, this is all defense.
The whole draft.
They did, except for round 5. They got. Do you remember
round 4?
Do you remember watching the Senior Bowl? Semi Fuoco?
Oh yeah.
He was. Yeah. So I was like,
oh, there he is, right there. Pick. Stanford. Yep.
So I was like, oh, hey, that's a pretty cool pick right there. This guy didn't do too bad. Obviously, he didn't do as good as like Des Fitzpatrick or Darby or even Felton on the Senior Bowl. Those Rodgers. 3 stood out. Or Rodgers or Amari Rodgers, yeah. So I mean, but Semi Fuoco did okay. I definitely like noticed it. I'm like, okay, I wrote him down to like made my list. Like he caught my eye. So for your deeper leagues, maybe we see him rolling out. I don't think he'll start over CeeDee Lamb, obviously, or Cooper or Gallup, but he'll probably get in there somewhere.
But I don't know how much longer Cooper's going to be there.
Yeah, but I mean, for at least this season, though. Do you think they get rid of him this season?
June. Well, I heard after June, like the Falcons are looking at getting rid of Julio. They might be looking to get rid of Cooper. Cap issues.
Yeah, potentially. So I mean, do you think it might be a swap?
But I mean, like you said, though, they got CeeDee Lamb, they got Michael Gallup, they brought in Simi. Yeah, they brought in Simi. Yeah, so I mean, he could be expendable. Get some draft capital in return for him.
For sure. But I mean, I don't think they'll. We'll see. Again, sometimes you see these rookies roll out, and then you're like, "Oh, who's this guy?" And then for us dynasty players who already knew because we pay attention, we just kind of pick them up early. So let's
as that breakout game, and everyone's trying to find them, and we're just like,
"Oh, sorry, we already have them." Like I'm pretty sure I had Tua in one of my redrafts, like way before he was even a thing. And I needed him towards the back end of the stretch, and I played him like 3 games, but that was about it. All right, so we got Cowboys opening it up with the Bucks in Tampa Bay, so that should be interesting.
That should be a good game.
Yeah, definitely with the healthy Cowboys, I definitely want to see that.
We'll definitely see how healthy Dak Prescott is.
Yeah,
because those boys are going to be running after him.
Yeah, for sure. But I think he'll be fine. I mean, he's been doing it for years. So, like, with no line getting hit all the time, he did it for his first couple, like, I think his first 2-3 years, it was really bad. So now that he's actually, hopefully they got a decent protection behind him, like, or in front of him, it'll be fine.
Well, they get Chargers. I think Zach Martin got hurt last year, so they get him back. He's one of the best guards in football. So,
yeah. So they got Chargers, Eagles, Panthers, and Giants. So it looks like they're playing.
It's not on the screen. I don't know if you're putting it on the screen or not.
I was putting it on the screen, but I'm glad you tell me these things. I'm glad you tell me these things.
There we go.
Look, man. Eventually, I'll upgrade to a bigger computer and have more.
Oh, you're good. I was just getting a little faster at catching this stuff.
You're good,
like, you started to say games, and I was like, oh wait, you probably looks like on the screen.
So we got Cowboys, Chargers, Eagles. So it looks like, and then they got the Giants in week 5. So it looks like they're playing some of their divisional games towards the beginning, which is kind of nice. Again, yeah. I'm excited for that division.
Cowboys and Falcons. Falcons. What? Myself talking now.
That's the Eagles.
I meant to say Vikings, but for some reason I said Falcons, and I don't know why.
Oh, the Vikings, yeah,
No,
week
look.
7.
See, there's
No, the Falcons
that's
actually
fine.
week 8. Yeah, but I don't know. But the Broncos, that one should be, I don't know. Assuming that they get Rodgers, that should be a good game. If they don't get Rodgers, then not. I don't know. But the Falcons,
So the
Chiefs,
Broncos or the
Raiders,
Raiders?
Broncos or the Raiders? Which one would I want to watch?
Well, you said if they get Rodgers.
If they get Rodgers, it should be an interesting game.
Who's they? I wasn't paying attention.
Broncos.
That's what I was saying. Broncos. That's why I said Broncos. That's why I said Broncos. Well, the Raiders are supposedly on the list.
Yeah, right. I seriously doubt that Rodgers goes there.
I don't think Rodgers is going to go anywhere, but
no, he's staying there. He's just being a diva. What's going to happen? He'll stay there. He'll just nut up and just deal with it. They'll work something else.
Or he'll retire.
At the end of the day, he's gonna want to play football, and that's what's gonna happen. He's been in Green Bay too long. So
this one just says December 26th. So see, it's the Sunday night game.
What do we got?
Remember the one that said TBD?
Yeah, but that was like December 19th. This one's at 11 though.
No, it says 6:20. Okay,
December
I'm looking 19th, at the wrong one.
The Giants and
I'm looking at the wrong one.
What?
I'm looking at December 26th.
That says 6:20.
It does. So I was looking at the wrong week.
Okay.
I thought it was the 19th. I was like, look.
No, that's the Giants in them. So, and then the Cardinals travel to them, and then you got ending it with Cowboys Eagles. So,
well, that's the Eagles in Washington that are on the 19th. I'm all over the place.
I don't think so, unless that potentially happens. I don't see why that would happen. No, the only thing TBD was the time. It wasn't really necessarily the actual.
No, I know, but I'm saying it was the Eagles and Washington game. I was confused.
Oh yeah. No, you're good. I get it. It's fine. So yeah, that's the Cowboys, and nothing really too crazy that happened. Nothing that's going to be like, it's just injuries. They're all coming back. They're all going to be okay. They're going to be. So we'll see how it goes with them. And so let's do another dynasty trade, man. So
all right.
After we do. So we just did Eagles, we just did Cowboys, and then we'll go with the Giants after this dynasty trade that we have here. It's a little bit easier, but it's DK Metcalf alone, but he's also sending DJ Chark, Darwin James, and a 2022 first.
Who's a defensive player?
Yep. So how do you feel about this one? I actually was a little I had to think about this one a little bit, because you have Darwin James.
Sorry, cut out. What was that?
I said that he I had to think about this one a little bit, because Darwin James is
one of the thinking about
best DBs in the league, but he did get injured last season. He was out all season, so there's that. But I mean, an athlete's an athlete. They're going to be as good as they are, and he's going to come back and he's going to do good. So eventually,
Chark finally has a quarterback.
Yes, so we might see the 2019 Chark, and he's also given up the 22 first. So, how did you feel about this one? Was it too much, or was it?
I think he overpaid for Metcalf.
I think so. I think the 2021 was like the cherry on top.
Metcalf is good for like 20 points 2 or 3 times a week, or 3 weeks out of the year, and then after that he either is okay or he just drops off.
I don't know, man.
And giving up
pretty good last season. He was hitting like double digits.
Yeah, he had like 3 or 4. Well, he had like 3 or 4 really, really good games. But I feel like he also had like 3 or 4 games where he barely got like 3 points. I'm trading a first round pick. I want someone who's like, I prefer consistency. Give me like 10, 12 points a game, 15 points.
I have a feeling it was the 2022 first and DJ Chark at first. And what I think would happen, he said, I want a little bit more. And so I think what he did is he's like, all right, I'll give you Darwin James. I think that's what happened. But
Okay.
I could be wrong. Because, I mean, DK Metcalf is one of the best.
I'm not saying
last year we were talking about him being number one last year towards the beginning of the season. We were talking about him being number one.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't think he completely overpaid, but
I mean,
although I guess technically
I would take the DJ Chark, Darwin James, the 22 first on this one. Because you're getting a receiver who's still productive.
Oh,
you're getting a future first.
Jordy DOX. Well, it must have been hard for him. I just saw his logo as a Seahawk. He just traded away a Seahawk player.
Yeah. So I think this is what happened. Like I said, it was probably a first, and it was probably DJ Chark, and then, or maybe it was a first in Darwin James, and then I think one of those guys were the extra,
because he was one of his favorite players.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, if you think about it, yeah. I mean, for myself, I don't think I'll ever trade Calvin Ridley straight up for anything. I'll probably have a Calvin Ridley plus. I mean, that's just as me, because why? I'm a Falcons fan. I have Calvin Ridley.
Well, I'm the same way. If I had Terry McLaurin, I probably wouldn't give him up for anything.
Yeah, you just have a love for these guys. But, however, you have to be smart.
I offered you like 3 first rounds for Gibson, and you told me no.
I mean, do you want to do it?
Well, now you want to do it.
What do you mean now? I mean, at the time, it was just all of a sudden on the show. I was like, oh, I don't know. But, I mean, I'll consider it. 3 firsts for Gibson. Is it this first? Next year's first? Yeah, I mean, it's got to be this year's first. Can't be. I don't want no 22, 23, 24. It's got to be 21, 22, 23. I'll do it. But I'm just saying, because I know your landing spot. That's why. I know what I would do with it.
So, the same guy I'm probably gonna get. With that pick.
So yeah, I mean, well, so I personally here take Chark, James, and the first again, because the first you can't go wrong with the first. The first is very strong. They're very, very valuable in the off season because you could use it for your drafts like next season, and who knows, you can land yourself a Kyle Pitts, T. Law, or Najee Harris. Who knows? So yeah. All right. So, did you say did you agree or disagree, or you were taking the Metcalf on that one?
No, I would take the Chark, James, in 22 first round.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Like I said, I think it was just more of like, I have a love for this type of player. You're gonna have to pay for a little bit more for it. So that's probably what it was eventually. All right. So let's.
Well, that's what I said. As soon as I noticed that guy's logo was a Seahawk, I was like, I probably asked for him.
Yeah, probably more than likely.
Makes sense.
Which is funny is I don't really know any of these guys, but I do talk to them. I did ask for their permission. It was cool for me to display their names on here. So then they were cool with it. So I mean, it's not like anything bad is going to happen. So so let's see here. So let's talk about the Giants while I pull up their draft picks and their schedule here real quick. So go ahead, open it up, man.
All right, man. Well, the Giants, they got Galladay, receiver, 6'5", I think. Pretty big studly receiver. They go with the receivers they already have. I think the biggest thing they're getting back is Barkley back from injury. Running game.
Yeah, 100% sure that should be an asset.
Who did they get in the first round?
Kadarius Toney, your boy.
Oh,
forget that.
Yeah,
you were all excited about him too.
I really.
Yeah, they got
Did they the ones?
No, they got Kadarius Toney out of Florida, and then that's when you were bringing up the whole thing, like, what are they feeding them in the waters in Florida? Because all those guys were huge.
Oh no, that was for the quarterback and Pitts.
Well, yeah, but Pitts was huge, or was it not Kadarius Toney as well? Because
was Tony? I thought he was the second round pick.
No, he was their first, man.
Huh?
Yeah, he was their first. I think what they went with.
Interesting.
They went Kadarius Toney first. Then they went with a linebacker.
Receiver, right?
Yes. But they also, I think they traded up or traded down.
It was the first round because they got him, and I was like, oh, they must really be trying to revamp their receiving core. They brought in Galladay, then they got him.
Did they do any off-season line moves, or is it the same freaking line?
I don't think so, to be honest.
Oh, well, then I'm not expecting great things.
Right?
Look, okay,
that's what I was saying.
All these assets and weapons, they're not going to do anything for you if your line sucks. I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, it's like we've been saying. Like, okay,
they might have picked up an offensive lineman in the second or third round, but
no. Okay, so let me. Like, I have it now. So,
it's like it's not on screen.
No, I got it now. It wasn't loading for some reason. All right, so here we go. We got Kadarius Toney in first. Then you got a linebacker, Ajulari in the second, and then a corner linebacker. It's not on
the screen.
How is it not on the screen?
That's what I was trying to tell you. There we go. All right.
So
it's a linebacker. Oh, okay. So they
went with two linebackers on this one.
So no offensive lineman. Oh my god.
No. Wow. Apparently they're fine. So let's see how long Saquon Barkley lasts this season.
Oh.
We're gonna see Saquon hurt again. There you go. Saquon Barkley injured. Let's look. Oh man, when we get to the schedule, I'll name what week Saquon goes down. They didn't go any linemen at all. It's the same line. Look, Andrew Thomas is good, but didn't Andrew Thomas get injured last season?
I think so. Yes.
Their tackle from last season. Let's see. Fourth overall pickoffs and tackle.
Oh, they still have Nate Solder at left tackle.
It says right here, started 15 games.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I do not know what they plan on doing. So Golden Tate was gone in March. They signed Kenny Golladay, Daniel Jones, Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard. Yep. Dude, I mean,
wow.
I don't know why they went with DBs after they have Jabril Peppers and James Bradbury. And then Blake Martinez is still there. These linebackers are, dude, another confused team. Oh, you know what? Yeah. I think I was thinking about these guys earlier that we didn't realize how bad they were because the other teams in this division were doing way worse, that these guys snuck away with all their issues. I think this is
somehow sneak wins against the Seahawks with Colt McCoy as their starting quarterback.
Yes.
How? I still can't get over that game. I still can't.
Yeah, but the Seahawks defense last season sucked. Their DBs were horrible.
Yeah, but I think the final score was like 17-10 or something like that.
Well, yeah, but that's also the regression of the QB spot that the Giants had, so it's kind of like closer to look. So, so yeah, it looks like they didn't care about their O-line. So now that Kadarius Toney is pretty much their only like main asset there, Ajulari maybe, but I don't see anything special that they didn't do. Either in the offseason. So let's look at the schedule and let's predict when Saquon Barkley goes down because they did not help their line. Giants. All right. They got the Broncos. Then they got
it's not on the screen.
Freaking A. Thank you.
There we go.
Broncos, Washington, Falcons. Those are 1, 2, and 3. So they got your team, my team. So that should be interesting.
He goes down week 2. Week 2, he gets hurt. And Jones, both of them.
I think Jones survives a little longer.
Okay.
Saquon goes down week 2 against who is it? Is it going to be Davis or is it going to be Young who takes him down?
I'm going to go Sweat.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
would say the rookie, man. I would say Davis. The rookie just blows through those young guys.
No, that
I mean,
could be
that line
Davis
is
too.
so big. I think Davis is going to
I
sneak
know.
through those gaps and just blow them up.
Oh, could be Davis too.
I don't know. I really hope that we see Saquon more than 10 games, man. That's all I'm asking is
10. I
10.
want more than like 4. I
Well,
got
I'm
one
asking
and a
for
quarter
10,
last
but
year. 1 and a quarter.
have you looked
Well,
at
that's
his
what I get for
ADP?
drafting my rivals running back. Oh.
Have you looked? His ADP is dropping like almost to the second round.
I'm
By
not
that
shocked at
bet.
all by that. I'm not shocked at all.
I know, but
Coming off of a huge injury like that, and then your team does nothing on your offensive line that got you killed last year.
probably so. Yeah,
Does he demand a trade?
he probably will, dude.
Is he like I don't want to be on this team anymore?
I mean, I'm just looking at the schedule. I mean, it looks easy enough, kind of, but then again, it doesn't matter because you're still playing the same game, and that same game is still gonna get you banged up. That defensive, he's got two strong defenses from the get-go, right off the bat. Broncos in Washington, like right off the bat. And then he'll probably run all over the Falcons and then run all over the Saints. Cowboys, that should be interesting because they got a whole new defensive. But here's the thing about the Cowboys defense, since we were just talking about, I forgot to mention this, that Dan Quinn brought two of his safeties, Keanu Neal and DeMonte Casey, the starting safeties of the Falcons, and he's the defensive coach for the Cowboys. We all saw how the Falcons did last season for the defense. Everyone and their mom can score on them. So do you really think Dan Quinn's going to do anything for the Cowboys? I think not. I really don't think they're going to do anything. And then they're confused.
Well,
if
you look at the last
Keanu
time he
Neal
was the defensive coordinator. Speaking
what?
of, I know I saw that. I saw Keanu Neal as a linebacker.
Yeah, like
I'm saying the last time he was a defensive coordinator, though, he won a Super Bowl.
I guess, but I think it's just because I have so much hatred toward the man, and that he was just there, and I just wanted him out for so long. It's probably why I don't like him.
We were playing pick when Barkley gets hurt. When's Neal get hurt? That guy is glass, man. That guy is glass.
Yes, definitely.
I don't think he's played more than like 6 games yeah.
No. Which is crazy that Dan brought him over and the Cowboys just signed him over like nothing.
He has potential. I think when he plays, he's good.
When he's there, he does amazing things. But I don't know, man. I just let's see. So we'll go back to the Cowboys schedule and see when Kiki goes down. But right now, Saquon maybe survives up till the Rams, and Aaron Darnold will just break his leg. He'll get banged up the first 2 because those are 2 strong defenses. He'll run, and then this will be a challenge for him maybe. And then Aaron Darnold
is he projected to play week 1?
Saquon? I think so.
Is Dak even projected to play week 1 at this point?
Dak said he was good to go.
Okay, all right. I just haven't heard anything.
Well, but Dak has nothing to do with Saquon's injury, though.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I haven't heard anything on their injuries.
Oh no, he should be good by opener. So, like I said, it's going to be a healthy Cowboys versus the champions. So that's why I'm excited for that one.
And then we should do an over under Ezekiel Elliott's weight week 1.
Well, dude,
225.
All right, dude.
I'm gonna go over. I'm over.
Could he be the next Eddie Lacy?
Maybe.
Yeah, man. So I see Saquon leaving on the Rams on a stretcher, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Then we got the Panthers, the Chiefs, Raiders, Bucks, Eagles. Like, dude, their schedule does not look nice at all. I mean, there's a few wins in there, but after those few wins, it's some pretty difficult defenses from there. Would you agree, or how do you feel about that?
Look at that Bears. I got to play the Bears and then us.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh.
Feel about what?
Tank says over 225, close to 250.
He said close to 250.
If he's that,
he's getting up there, man.
We'll definitely see a lot of Tony Pollard. Oh my god. That's funny, man. All right, so
that is funny.
All right, so we'll go with the Dynasty trade, and then we'll end it off with your team, and then close it out. So remember Drew Cole's trade, right? The Travis Kelce one and all of that. So here's what he did on that trade. He took that player, Travis Kelce, that he received from the earlier trade, previous trade, and then he changed it. He's basically swapped it out for Mark Andrews, Jalen Reagor, and a 2024 first. What is your thought on that? So you got the best tight end for what seems to be one of the top 5 tight ends. Jalen Reagor, who was supposed to be really good last season, and a 2024 first that might have to wait 2 seasons for, but again, it's a first. So we'll see. Is everything all right with your audio?
Oh no, there's like screaming or something going on outside. I was like,
are your parents safe?
Probably off guard. Yeah.
Well, you are in a hotel, so
we're on the 3rd floor. So
it's as long as it's not the screaming. We hope it's not.
This is an interesting. That first round is so long away.
Tank said, he's
the new fridge.
It's gonna be he's the new fridge.
That's funny.
He does have a tattoo that says, "What was he? Eat me," or what was it? What he has his tattoo like it's right up on his stomach, man.
Really, like let's eat or
no?
What you're talking about?
It's the one he says all the time. That's gonna bug me. All right, I'll get to it eventually. All right. So, what do you think on this?
I mean,
now say you're contending. You're going to be in the championship this year. If you're going to be in the championship,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like future-wise, it's good for Drew Cole, but I don't know. I feel like going into this upcoming year, it'd be better to have Kelce.
Right. I mean, if you're contending and you're about to win the championship, I think Kelce would definitely get you there. But if you're planning for the future and you're planning on a rebuild, maybe, I think that's not bad. This was the one that I was like,
it'd be interesting to see the rest of his team.
Yeah, but I couldn't pull it up. So
you're fine. You're fine.
But honestly,
at least give me more of like a basis or like a background on like why he's making these moves.
Oh, I could probably do that next. I mean, this league is very deep. This is one of those like there was that league where it was like I would scroll like twice. Like there's 22 starters in this league.
Holy crap!
Yeah, this is that weird super flex. It's that weird
is the one with the 2 QBs.
Yeah. It's it's the weird super flex one, which is I mean again, I know you and I are not like big on it, but I mean for me, I like to have 1 QB because when I watch a game, I see 1 QB on the field. The only reason, like for those who are watching, if you're not familiar with the Superflex is basically it raises the value of a quarterback because you do see them go in the first couple rounds. When I got invited, which is funny, when I got invited to this league, they were already in their third round. So I was like, oh, yeah, no QB. All the QBs were gone. Dude, I had to feel forced to draft Deshaun Watson. I had to. Lord. Yeah. I think the first picks were like George Kittle. I can't even remember. It was the one that would mainly stood out to me was George Kittle. Let me pull it up real quick. It was damn. I don't even George Kittle. I can't even think right now. Yeah, I can't even think right now. But I know he was like the first three. There was no quarterbacks that I had. I had to take Deshaun Watson. Cook was one of them. Dalvin Cook was one of them. So
no McCaffrey,
and then Devontae Adams. No, because I would think I was like the fourth team, and it was a snake.
Oh, okay.
So it was like Cook, Adams, and Kittle. So by the time it came to me, I had to pick up Watson. So yeah. So what was your final on this?
I think I'm gonna go with Colby 19.
Okay. As for a win now contingency, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say Kelsey. Because I mean, how old are these tight ends playing now? How old is Jared Cook? Which, by the way,
Jared Cook's in his I think he's like 33.
Which, okay. So the only reason he came to mind is he might actually do good this season. Look, Hunter Henry's gone, and he did pretty good last season. So now, didn't Cook take his spot? Didn't they sign him?
In San Diego? San Diego, oh my God.
Yeah, yes, Mark. The San Diego Chargers.
Why did I
Nothing about LA, but
Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers, yes. I think they
signed him, right?
Pretty sure.
So I mean, if he stays healthy and his old ass can actually figure, how to stay healthy, I think he should be. I think he should be a good sneaky pick there. Oh yeah, thank you, Tank. It was the Feed Me tattoo.
And he was 34. Yeah, Feed Me.
Yeah. So,
he's 34. So yes, he plays for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yes. So he might be a sneaky pick. Redraft, late rounds, Dynasty, definitely try and pick him up. But yeah, so yes, I if I'm contending now, Kelsey's it. If I'm looking to rebuild, definitely Andrews, Jalen Reagor, and because I think the 2024 first kind of declares that you're rebuilding there,
right?
So that's what.
That was the first thing that's stuck out at me in the whole trade. I was like, 20,
kind of like a rebuild mode, yeah. So
yeah,
and then you went young with a receiver, and Mark Andrews is what 20, 28. Something like that. I know he's not 30s yet. 27.
Is Reagor even going to be?
Maybe
they just basically drafted his replacement. Or do you think the 1-2 punch will be Reagor and Smith?
I think it's going to be both of them. If one's not open, the other one is. I think so. I mean, it's just a lot of these teams. All right, not everyone is the freaking Baltimore Ravens and have one receiver, which is dumb. I am so glad they got Bateman. That way they have another spot to look to. Yeah, he's whatever. He's trash in my eyes. He's never been good at all. All right, man. I'm going to pull up your team, and you can ramble on whatever the hell you want to talk about them.
Well, we signed Ryan Fitzpatrick, QB. We got Davis, first round. Kamazi, tackle out of Texas in the second round. We had 2 third-round picks. Who were our third-round picks?
Your third-round pick?
Receiver? It was a receiver, right?
No, your third-round pick?
Yeah, we had 2 third-round
corner. That was like a corner.
Yeah, corner. We got a corner and a receiver. We had 2 third-round picks.
Yes. Corner and receiver.
We obviously lost Ryan Kerrigan to the Eagles. What else did we do? Oh, apparently breaking news. If anyone needs a right tackle, Morgan Moses is available.
Oh,
we're getting rid of
cut his ass. Oh my god!
No, they gave him permission to seek a trade. And
really?
If nothing happened, and then if nothing happens with that, they're gonna cut him.
Oh damn!
I guess with bringing it. Oh, and then we signed Charles Leno Jr. left tackle. I guess he's gonna be the starting left tackle, and then I guess the tackle out of Texas is gonna be the starting right tackle. So that's why we got rid of him.
I'll let you read that one, bro.
Martin, here, talk about your trash team.
No, not at all, man. Not at all. I actually like watching. Watching them. Washington football team to me is very interesting. I think. Look, I said it last season. Their defense was going to be nasty, and everyone was like, "Oh, they were like third or second to last the preview." I'm like, okay, but they did some moves.
We were number 1 last year, so
they look.
Yeah, Jermaine Davis. Yeah, Damie Brown, North Carolina.
Yeah, there you go. Miami, actually. It's Miami.
Miami?
Mm-hmm. That's what all the other experts are saying, so yeah. Miami.
Yeah, North Carolina guy.
We'll see what Al Davis says this season.
Not the North Carolina guy I wanted.
Let's see. So you got safety, tight end. So it just looks like after round 3, it was nothing.
Long snapper.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, we literally drafted a long snapper.
That is a must. I mean, look, man. All I see is pretty good picks in the first 3-4 rounds, and then after that, we'll see how it goes. John Bates, never heard of him, which is weird.
Tight end from Boise State.
I'm surprised I haven't heard of him.
I haven't heard of him either.
I will act like
I know who he is.
I mean, I know Damie Brown is pretty good. Howell threw to him like none other. He has some pretty good film on him. Benjamin St. Jude, good corner. And Samuel Cosme, you got good alignment. I mean, Davis was the biggest surprise to me. I'm really shocked that JOK didn't go there. Like, we all thought it was going to be JOK. And then on
John
draft
Bates
day,
is 6'6".
John Bates is 6'6".
Yeah.
Wow, he might be the next Kyle Pitts secretly. All right, what is this? All serious, Leno will be good there. They're a really good chance that they have a win division. That defense, that defense is disgusting. I agree 100%. Nice. It's crazy.
Excited for our defense.
I mean, now with Davis there, and then you got John Bostic still back there. Cameron Curl, is he? Well, one of your DBs is coming down to linebacker or something like that, right?
Supposedly Landon Collins, but he's still listed as a safety on sleeper.
Well, yeah. So is Kiki on the Cowboys, but he hasn't been a linebacker.
No, he's linebacker. No, he has linebacker designation.
Oh, they switched it already? Jesus. Yeah. Well, as we get closer to training camps,
I saw it when we were doing our draft.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't.
When we were doing our draft last week.
Yeah. The IDP one. Yeah.
It said linebacker / safety. I was like, oh. While Landon Collins was still just safety, so.
Well, it must be nice for the individual who has them, but again, let's see how far he goes into season. But okay, so again, like I said, like round 3 and up. So you had 2 third round picks. But after that, man, I think it was just basically plugging in the holes where you guys needed it. Because I mean, I see 2 DNs back to back. Why?
We had to replace Kerrigan.
So they're giving these two guys. All right, which one of you can make
it? Right. Oh, yep, defensive end. I bet the guy from Penn State does.
Why? Because it's a bigger school?
Or it's a harder...
I mean, Baylor.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, he's the king, man. Bradley King. I don't know who this guy is, but we'll see. All right, well, let's move on to
William Bradley King.
Yeah.
Oh, my schedule
is royalty like crazy. Is this really?
I got to play all the first place teams. I got to play Seattle, the Bills, the Chiefs.
Well, that's because you guys did pretty good. I mean, congratulations, by the way, for giving freaking Steelers their first
Buccaneers. Oh, yeah, that one too.
How mad was Andrew?
Oh, he was not happy.
I bet you were pretty excited, though. Let's see. Chargers, Giants, Bills, Falcons.
It's not on the screen.
I'm
always like, he's going to do it. And then he starts announcing them, and I'm like, nope.
I can't wait to get another monitor here. All right. So
start with the Chargers. Yeah, it's on the screen now.
All right. So you start with the Chargers.
Go ahead, man. Giants. We got the Bills, the Falcons, the Saints, the Chiefs, the Packers. Ugh. It's hard team after hard team. The Broncos, the Buccaneers, Panthers, Seahawks, Raiders, Cowboys, Eagles. Great way to end the year.
Is this the only division that's doing this towards the end? Or are they all doing
I guess. When I was reading something on the schedule, it said that we had 5 division opponents to end it, and they said, to put it in perspective, only 3 other teams end the year with 4. So I'm assuming those other 3 people were my division.
Yeah, probably.
Because I'm playing them. Because
it would make sense. Games. It would be the Cowboys, Eagles, and Giants.
Yeah.
Look, man, this division was so laughed at last season that they all suck. But except for the Washington, how was your ended 7-9, right? Regular season, something like that.
Yeah, we won the division at 7-9.
Yeah, bro, I don't know, man. I feel like they're doing a lot better, all 4 teams, and I think that it's going to be you guys.
You say that, Cowboys. But yeah, no one came as close to beating the Buccaneers in the playoffs than we did. So,
what was the ending score for that one?
We lost 31-23.
Oh,
we lost by 1 score.
You guys almost knocked them out. Dang, that would have been.
That was with Tyler Heineke as our quarterback.
Yes, the legend of Tyler.
Heineke. You imagine if we had I mean, not that he wasn't competent. I'm not going to say.
Please tell me he's still there. Did you guys sign?
Yeah, we signed him to. We signed him to a 2-year deal.
I think if he can stay healthy, he's a good QB. What he did was good.
Well, not just that, but you see people like Chase Young, and all the team was just rallying around him.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna play hard because we got you.
Because I
just felt like there was yeah, exactly. You just see him running, putting his body. I mean, he got hurt, but
right.
I'm just saying,
it was good. I enjoyed watching that. I remember actually watching that now. Some of those clips, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
I remember watching that game too.
All right, so Bengals, Ravens, Chargers. Are there any of these games you really actually exciting to see? Outside of your division. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see what happens if we go up against the Chiefs and give them a run for their money. But if we beat the Bills, I'm dreading it because it's a hard schedule, but at the same time, it kind of I'll get a good feel of how good of a team we actually are.
Right, and then you guys actually may be a threat.
We have the Buccaneers. I'm excited. That's probably the game I'm most excited for. Rematch against the Buccaneers.
Not bad, not bad. I mean, I think it's
Number
pretty
14.
good for sure.
I mean, I think we can beat the Saints because I don't know what their quarterback situation is.
Dude, they're in total rebuild mode right now. I
Yeah.
like even the Kamara aspect, like I've seen trades going through with Kamara right now, and it's like me personally, I would sell him. Like just trade him away. Because if you
Oh, I
saw
know, right?
in those four games
Yeah.
that Taysom Hill actually played, Kamara only did good on one of them. And I don't even think it was that great. I think it was like a total of 20 something points or 16 points. It wasn't that great. He struggled when Taysom Hill was there. I am just hoping that Winston is the guy. I just please win that quarterback challenge because they're gonna have a
Right.
little quarterback competition in camp. And let's see who's the guy. But I hope it's Winston. I really hope it is. Hill is not a QB to me, man. He's just not. But anyways, yeah, that should be an interesting game to see. But yeah, of all these, you and I play October 3rd, and that definitely we'll figure out where to see that, right? Did we agree to watch that somewhere? Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Okay, go somewhere. Go to my house,
yeah, let's just go to Atlanta.
or we just go to
Drop a
Atlanta.
couple.
Screw it. Screw it. Let's go.
All right. So
No Chick-fil-A
that
though.
we'll buy some the night before, and then throw it in the fridge, and then we'll warm it up, eat it on the way there. So that is the NFC East. Basically covered up all four teams. It's overall opinion. I think my number one is probably going to be Cowboys, Washington, and
yeah,
God.
that's
The fact that they did nothing with their line,
right.
I'm gonna go with Eagles. I am so disappointed in them right now. Like, we're gonna see Saquon get hurt again. That
And
sucks.
then I have almost the same order, but I'm gonna go Washington, Dallas, Eagles, Giants. Just because, like, obviously
And
they're my
that's not a
favorite
homer
team.
pick, is it?
No. I think we know what my defense is gonna bring. We still don't know what Dallas's defense is gonna bring. You even hit on how bad you don't like Quinn. And then we just don't know how
I think Quinn's gonna
Prescott's
be the
gonna be.
disruption.
And then I don't know how Prescott's gonna be.
Quinn is their downfall. That's
Um,
what it's gonna
I'm
be.
okay with that.
I mean,
But I also don't know how Prescott's going to play. I really don't.
he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
If he comes out and plays like he did those first 4 games before he got hurt, then look out because the Cowboys will probably run away.
He's going to torch everyone.
Yeah.
All right. So,
but
other than
I don't
that,
think he's going to torch the Washington football team, though. It's going to be hard to torch that team. Their defense is scary.
Yeah, that defense is nasty. I said, didn't I mention it was one of my top 3 ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would hate to be a running back against them, against the Cowboys, or not the Cowboys, but the Broncos, Cardinals,
yeah.
and Washington.
Football team.
So yeah, dude, I nope, can't do it. So, anyways, any last words? I think I'm gonna close it out, man. So,
all right.
This is now the Nerd Huddle. We are no longer DWJBBF Studios. That is now DWJBBF, the show on Thursday, which is tomorrow, which is, I like to call my personal self, the BS show. They laugh about it because why? You just BS around. It's pretty cool. I don't know what they bring on every now. I check the calendar, but it's so close to our show that I don't even look at it because I'm so prepared for ours. But yeah, check it out. It's not on our channel. It's on the actual Nerd Herd channel now, or is it DWBBAF Studios channel still? But check them out. Yeah, and then that's the schedule. We do more football on Sunday with me and the guys, with the Chicago guys, and then they got their movie review. So, I mean, other than that, though, it's a good group of guys. So check them out.
And the Panda and Grizzly show, all about the Bears. Go Bears.
Yep. So, Can't. So I'm so sick and tired of Bears, man. I think I get news updates from the Bears like every freaking day, man. Like I think I might consider them as like my fourth favorite team just because I know so much about them now. It's ridiculous.
Right.
But hey, we partnered with guys in Chicago, and they're a good group of guys. They're a funny group of guys. So yeah, check them out. So next week we will be doing, I think, NFC West. And I'm going to see if I could bring in a little bit more Dynasty trades. I think I'll probably switch it down to 2. Nerd Huddle Podcast, there it is. Not official yet, but yet here it is, somehow saying Nerd Huddle Podcast Network, but it's not official. Confusing, but not confusing. We're rolling out that in June. Yes. So that's our producer there, Tank Kramer. So anyways, that's our show. Right. Good morning, good evening, good night. See you guys next week, wherever the hell you're at. And I hope you enjoy your stay in Colorado, man, and come back safe. Do another show, cover up the West.
Yep.
For sure, man.
Sounds good.
Later.
Sounds good. Later.
Getting hype when I aim up. Elevating that game up. Stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave. Eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up in the place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. When I watch me elevate. I was born and when I watch me elevate. I was born and when I watch me elevate. When I watch me elevate.